What is going on, everyone? Welcome to a very exciting day. This is launch day. Once again, UltraView. We're coming out with a brand new release. And as you can tell, we have every variation of this release with us, and we're gonna go through every single one today. But here we have it, UltraView releases. This is the all new Hinge 2.0. It is another Hinge style release with a lot of cool added features that, you know, when we made the original Hinge, this was the perfect Hinge that we could make at the time. And we launched this to market and we heard a ton of feedback from consumers. I mean, most of it good, but obviously even I had things where it's like, this is terrible. So now this is the Hinge 2. We fixed a lot of features that us as archers, everyone at UltraView, were like, we still need to fix these things. We need to do these things. And so we did it. This is the Hinge 2.0. Not only does it have an all new finish, but it has a lot of cool new features. So I feel like what we should do first is just run through some of the main cool features, and then we'll go through all of the options on the new Hinge 2.0, and then we'll shoot it a little bit and kind of show you how to set it up. So the first thing, the most obvious thing is there's no more rattle. With the Hinge original one, this head flopped and rattled and it was so annoying. Even if you're just shooting tournament stuff on the line, there's that noise is annoying, but it was especially annoying with hunting situations. You had to like put a little rubber band around it or whatever. So we have no more of that. There's actually a little magnet on the inside. Can't really quite see it, but it just clips into place. All you have to do is just push it and it catches. And I mean, it's really doesn't come loose. And then our other thought on that was, is having a magnet in there going to affect accuracy or the functionality of the release? Well, it doesn't, because it is just a barely tiny little magnet. And once you come into your shot and actually come off of the magnet and into the click, it's already disengaged. So nothing to worry about even there. Next thing is just the overall shape of the release. So this release is a touch bit wider. So with the original Hinge, this one, we wanted to make it the most comfortable release ever. And we really think we almost achieved that. But with this one, we still have a lot of the same feels and looks, but we made it a little bit wider to really like help distribute the weight a little bit better across your fingers. I really like it. It doesn't quite, this one I feel like at times just like drove into your hand a little bit because it was a little too skinny. But this is a little bit wider, it feels a lot better. Next, which is also really, really important and big, is we have a 2-moon system now. So what that allows you to do is make this release any type of release you want. Click, no click, long, short, whatever you want. So with the old one, you had to actually swap out the entire head click of the release if you wanted something different. Well, this is all internal now. So all you have to do is we have the set screw in the back. You loosen that, and then we have displayed here instructions, and these 2 little screws right there adjust the 2 different moons. So the 2 different moons, one is in control of the overall length and like travel of the release, and the other one is the click length. So we'll go over that later, but really awesome, cool feature. No more messing around with different replaceable hooks or anything. It's all internal. Everything is just boom right there. So let's dive into opening some more stuff because there are some new cool features. This is stainless steel. So instead of brass this year, we introduced stainless steel, which has the same weight effect, but we can make it a bunch of cool colors. So it has the same weight. This is stainless steel is heavier. This is aluminum, and you can tell the difference just by the color. This is like that gray. Stainless steel is gonna come in a black. I really love this black color in the new Hinge 2.0. All the same features. The only thing that's different about the stainless steel is the actual material and the weight. And this is how, all of these packages are exactly how you're gonna get them. So this is straight up unboxing in the purest form. Boom, we have a large, the large aluminum. And once again, this was a lot of feedback we got when we originally launched the Hinge medium. You're like, yo, we need a large. So we came out with the large. But the large was large. It was a little too large. So you can see now we've made it just a tiny bit smaller. And the new large fits just barely inside. And you can see the size difference there between the large and the medium. So if you're, you know, a little bit bigger in the hands, the large is gonna be just perfect. Or if you prefer shooting with gloves during hunting and stuff, the large is gonna be perfect. And I can shoot both. The old large was just a little too big for me, but this large, I can shoot it. The medium, I can shoot it. I prefer the medium still. Unless I'm shooting with gloves, I probably would rock the large. Boom! Stainless steel large. You know, a big thing about UltraView is we really like making products that look really good and pleasing, and that I think the team really nailed it with the Hinge 2.0. There's a lot of accessories, once again, for the Hinge 2.0. We want to make it, you get this release, you can make it any certain way you want. So, just like the other Hinge, the Hinge 2.0 comes with hunting brackets. So this is the all-new hunting bracket. And we're gonna install this one real quick. There is a new way that we have these accessories come off. It's almost like a puzzle piece now. So you just undo that bolt on the side, this comes off. The finger attachment, you do the same thing. That's the guts of the release right there. And here we have the hunting bracket, and it just slips in just like that. And all you do is put those screws back in. What the hunting bracket allows you to do too, and we'll show this when we open more stuff up, but you can really mess around with the weight. You know, you could have a aluminum release, stainless steel hunting bracket, the weight distribution's different, or you could have, you know, aluminum hunting bracket and stainless steel release like this, or you could have all aluminum, or you could have all stainless steel. If you have a stainless steel hunting bracket and a stainless steel release, that is a heavy release, which a lot of people do like. So there we have it, the hunting bracket on the Hinge 2.0. Again, we have a slot for the lanyard, if you have a lanyard of your choosing to go into. But one big change between the old hunting bracket, I have an old one right here. So you can tell how swept back this thumb peg is on the old one. On the new one, it's a little more flat. And we noticed on the old one that you really kind of had to reach for it, and you just had to shift around a little too much. So we swept that back a little bit. So that actually feels really good. I prefer that. And that was something that like the whole team was like, yeah, we need to sweep that back a little bit. Moving on down the list, we have a 4-finger hunting bracket. This is the 2-finger hunting bracket. If you want a 2-finger, that option fits right in there too. And I'll actually put this one on because it's this is a very small and compact release, and a lot of people do like this for hunting because it's just so small. So there is the 2-finger in the hunting bracket. Little compact little dude. It's actually really comfortable, really cool. If you don't like that 3rd finger, this is a great option. We have a 4-finger once again, but this one is in the large. So we do have all the accessories for large and medium. And like I was saying earlier, we have stainless steel large. So we have large hunting bracket aluminum, large hunting bracket stainless steel. So there you have it. Literally any sort of customization you want, all the hunting brackets, stainless steel, aluminum, medium, large, 2, 3, 4-finger, anything you want. So I think what we're gonna do now is show you when you get this thing out of the box, how the heck do you set it up? How should you go about setting it up? What to look for. So we're gonna do that now. So a lot of times, you know, people wonder about like, how long has this been in the works? And it's literally been in the works since we finished the original Hinge. We've had multiple prototypes. This was one prototype that I shot for a while, just behind closed doors, and it's not even this isn't the final version. We've had a couple tweaks since this, but it's kind of cool just to see different prototypes, different variations. And I love this finish too, just absolutely, it's quite neat. Also, Something we're now offering is a try it before you buy it. This thing is literally a carbon copy of feel. I know like the head design's a little bit different, but the feel is a carbon copy. So go to UltraView. If you're just wondering what size is right for me, medium, large, or just want to feel it, they'll send you one of these. And you can literally just feel it. You can play it with a test bow. There is a 30-pound max pull on this, but you can just kind of feel around. And it's a bottle opener. I don't have a bottle, but you can, this is a bottle opener. So if you want a free bottle opener, go ahead and get one. Okay, so explaining like the internal guts, how this works. We have 2 moons is what they call it. So this is one moon right here. This is another moon right here. And we have them labeled as the fire moon and the click moon, which the fire moon adjusts when the bow is gonna go off, and then the click moon adjusts obviously when the click is gonna be in the click length. And we have also what direction to spin them to make them hot, which making it hot makes it faster, or the opposite way makes it cold, which will make the release slower or longer. All you're gonna do, like I mentioned earlier, is in the back side, you're gonna loosen that set screw quarter turn. And then you're gonna come in here and I'll just show you kind of drastically what this movement looks like. But you're gonna then spin and you can change these moons. Can you see that good? You can change these moons, so you can change the fire click and the fire moon and then the click moon independently. So that pretty much allows you to change it any way you want. And we do have little laser engraving on both sides, so you can kind of keep an eye on where those are at. So there's multiple ways that you can get this release dialed into correct settings. But we are going to discuss like the correct way from ground zero if you want to prefer to shoot it as a click or prefer to shoot it as a no click. You get it out of the box, this is what you're supposed to do. And what we recommend is you do this on like a blank bail or up close, just in case like, you know, you set the release way too hot and you're drawn back and it goes off or something like that. To set the release up initially, we recommend you do it really close and just at a blank bail. What we're gonna do first is we're gonna set it up as a click, which is how I like to shoot it. A lot of people like to shoot it with a click. So you get the release out of the box. First thing to do when you go to adjust it is the set screw right in the back and Allen wrench provided. You stick it in, you find it, and then you just loosen it a quarter turn. Now that screw in there does have a bit of Loctite in it, so the very first time that you do loosen it, it might be a little tough, but once you break it loose, then it's just a good resistance in there. So all you have to do, quarter turn, loosen it, and then you come around to this side. And when you set it up for a click, and remember it is labeled that this is the click moon, this is the fire moon, and to make it hotter or faster, you turn it that way. What you're gonna do is you're gonna make the fire moon as cold as possible. You turn it all the way to the left, you spin the Allen wrench all the way to the left until it jams into the wall. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna roughly set the click, and I'd probably recommend that most people are probably gonna be right around that setting, the click, right about there. And now you're gonna go back in the set screw and you're gonna tighten this, and you want this set screw snug, you know, you want it snug. What I just did is I made this fire moon pretty much as cold as it can. To make this release go off, you're really gonna have to crank on it. So it's almost, so you can see the distance, it was crazy. So you pretty much can't make it go off. But what this is gonna do is now our click is right about where the click should be to make it go off. So I'm gonna grab my bow and we're gonna draw back and we're gonna settle in on our click and we're gonna see what our desired timing that our click is gonna go off. And what we recommend and what should be done is a click is like a indicator that, okay, I just anchored and click. Like it's a time step in your shot process. It's just like, okay, I'm set up, I'm anchored, click. It shouldn't be click, boom. It shouldn't be click as you're drawing back. It's right when you anchor, it goes click, and then you continue through your shot for 2 to 5 seconds, depending on, you know, your timing and everything, and then boom, your shot goes off. We're just gonna initiate the click. Shoo. Used to my target bow now. So we're gonna go through, just roll. Okay, it's already too cold for me how I would personally want it. But we're gonna go through, click. That scared me a little bit. Click, so it's too cold. Quarter turn. And now we're only adjusting this click moon. If you're holding the release like this, it's on this side, the click moon. So I'm gonna make it hotter. So I'm gonna turn the release to the Allen wrench to the right. And maybe, you know, whatever that was, 3/4 of a turn. We'll see how that is. And then you snug that back down, snug that set screw back down. If you don't snug that set screw back down and back, there is a chance that the moons would creep on you. So make sure it's just snug all the way down. And what's good too is like if you take your release and you just kind of play with it on your D-loop so that you know you're not gonna scare yourself or anything, you know about the timing. So if I had to guess, this might still be a little too cold for me. Yeah, so I would want the click to already go. There we go. It's a little faster. But we'll go back through. Give it about the same, you know, maybe like, oh, I did that too much, like me getting carried away. Just a quarter turn. About like that. Pretty hot. I like my click kind of hot. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so that's step number one. You get your click to the exact spot you want it, just after you got anchored and everything. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna bring your fire moon into position, which essentially is gonna give you your click length. So in the old Hinge, we had like 14,000, 16,000, 18,000s, and 20,000s. So different click lengths from the time that it went click to the time that it went off. Well, now you can make it whatever you want. So we're gonna do quarter turn again. We're gonna come over to our fire moon and we're gonna spin it, if I can find it, spin it to make it hot. We're just gonna bring it to where I about know it's gonna be. But if you see that distance between, like the staggering between the two moons, that's gonna give me a decent click. So before tightening it back down, I'm just gonna, yeah, feel that. That's a decent click until fire. So I'm gonna tighten my set screw down. We're gonna try that. So we're going to shoot it this time. Okay, that wasn't bad, but that was probably a second longer than I want, just going through my shot like normal. So I'm gonna make it just a tiny bit hotter. There we go. Yeah, that was perfect. That's exactly how I would set a release up. Now, if you want your release to have no click at all, you just want no click, what you're going to do is you are going to have to essentially swap the rolls of these clicks. So you are going to bring the click moon colder than the fire moon now. So actually to do that, I am going to, let's see, bring the click moon down to where I want the bow to go off. So this is where I want the bow to go off. This is where my fire moon was letting the bow go off. I just brought my click moon down to there. And now you're gonna move your fire moon just out of the way. Essentially, you're getting it out of the way. It's not even engaging anymore. But that's actually probably how I would recommend doing it. Even if you want a no click, if you set it up with a click first, and then you just flip the moons. So you get the timing correct, and then you flip the moons, like the rolls, and that's probably actually how I'd recommend it. So we'll see how this is. Yeah, not bad. Timing's just about perfect. So that was really easy. And if you wanted to like, hey, I want to try the click again, all you got to do is you take your release again, bring the fire moon back down a little bit, click moon back up, and there you have it. So that is pretty much start to finish on how you should set your release up. Pretty simple and customizable. That's our #1 goal, is that it's just 100% customizable. So there you have it, the Hinge 2.0, available in the all new stainless steel, new colors, and a lot of cool new features, including this. No more rattle for anyone wanting to hunt, or just the annoying rattle. Sound is gone. So thanks so much. Make sure to check out www.ultraviewarchery.com. You can literally get this in a couple days if you order it right now. So if you want it, make sure to check it out. We'll catch you guys in the next one.